Welcome to the Pickles Kitchen Podcast, where we talk about anything on our minds over breakfast, lunch, dinner. Honestly, anytime we feel like eating. I'm your host, Mac. With me is my co-host, Jared.
Hi.
It's just us two again. You know how well that went last time?
Didn't go too bad.
Nah, it was a pretty good podcast. Got down to, did you get rid of the
Oh,
fucking...
I didn't delete
Oh, no.
anything.
Okay. I, with how I typed that out, it was like, did you delete a number there? No,
Oh
I'm
no.
just dumb. I just read
Because
it
of the
wrong.
10-12 hour. Is that why?
No, that says first and second episode of the Halo episode. I thought I put fucking numbers on the end of that and went,
Oh, gotcha.
what the fuck?
But I can turn my webcam on if you want. I don't know if it's gonna fuck up placement since it's just two of us.
Uh, it might not. It might just shift us in that, fuck, this early in the podcast, it's a
First one,
minute
I have
in.
to go put it
It'll be easy. Yeah, it swapped us. But no,
on.
this early on, it'll be simple.
Okay. I got my drip flume beanie on. We'll show it off.
Nice.
My shiny drip flume. I love this beanie so much. I love this color for some reason. I usually don't like yellowish, but I really like this one.
No, it looks good.
Cool. Cool.
It looks like the shiny variation of Drifloon doesn't particularly look that vibrant.
Right.
Like, it's more dull, but that looks good.
Yeah, definitely.
I gotta find me beanies that are actually not, built for winter.
That's how this little top right here. That's an indication that it's built for
I know,
winter.
but I sweat too fucking much.
Yeah.
Just wearing a goddamn ball cap, my head turns a fucking an ocean. If you want something to drink, just give me a hat. I'm ringing out like an hour later. Hey, work in a pinch.
I guess so.
Not saying it's not gross, but it'll work. What have you been up to, Jared?
I had a wedding for my cousin this weekend. That's why
Nice.
we didn't get to it this weekend. The podcast. I'm doing this on Monday. Behind the scenes information. Um,
No one will know the difference because I'll have it edited and up by Tuesday.
Hell yeah. But yeah, just doing that. They were all over here at this house instead of at their house because they have an apartment and we have a house.
You have more
And
room.
yeah, so that was going on all weekend from Friday to Sunday, spending time with them. Um, Before that, that week was my spring break, and I had lunch with my mom on Tuesday.
Nice.
Um, I didn't do anything else other than that. Anything productive. You know, can't really think. I played Elden Ring. I
Nice.
did play lots of Elden Ring. I got farther there to where I wanted. Been able to get past some of the bosses that I was struggling with. Um, yeah, I don't think. Besides that, nothing else. We played. Oh, there's a new update for Genshin that came out that I played a bit, like because it came out on either Wednesday or Thursday, and after that, it's like I've been at the wedding, all like
Yeah.
stuff for that. So I haven't really had time to do much with that new update. But there's like a whole new section of the map that opened up,
Oh,
like an
sweet.
underground section. Yeah, it's really cool looking. Mhm. It's one of the places a lot of people were looking forward to opening up. And but aside from that, yeah, that's been my extent. Now I'm going back to school for this week. Got yelled at by my teacher. Well, not today. On Sunday, my teacher sent me an email said, "Jared, you missed 8 out of the 14 in-person classes. This is far too many. We need to have a serious discussion after class on Tuesday."
I mean, are
They
you
said
failing?
they said that missing more would put me at risk of not getting credit for the course. So yeah,
That okay? Well, guess what? You're still turning in work, and it's still passing. What's the matter?
yeah. I at least three of those absences were because of COVID stuff. Like I got email like, potential exposure, and so I'm not
Mm,
gonna go to class. You know, you gotta get a test and stuff.
yeah,
Or probably more times, but they should be like our school should be fine with that from everything that like I've heard in passing. They're like supposed to accommodate us because that is part of like the campus life is that we have to uh, deal with that exposure and we have to get tested before we can go back on campus. So
yeah.
there's
It'd be
not much
like
we
you
can do
having the
about
fucking
that.
flu or something. Do they really want you coming in there coughing, sneezing on everybody, exposing everyone to everything?
Granted, there are a handful of times where it was just me being lazy, but most, not all of them, but most of them have been because of yeah, because of like COVID stuff. So I'll see what happens tomorrow when I talk to them. Um, gonna catch up. Gotta do some group work tonight after we record, and do a little bit more stuff. I don't know what I'm gonna do after that. There's like a couple of pieces of homework, but yeah, I just gotta focus on school for a bit because we're almost done. I think I graduate in May, so I think that's 1 month away, right? Yeah, I
Yeah,
have this month and then maybe 2 weeks left, so maybe 6 weeks total left of school, and that should close it for my college chapters. Woo, I'm
that's
excited.
surprising.
Yeah,
This last semester, you put in a fuck ton of work.
yeah. Hopefully we pass. I'm fairly sure at least there's only a couple courses that I'm worrying about. One of them is my fencing one because I had to sit out for one class because of um, like I got the email that I had potential exposure,
Yep.
and then the next class after that, a handful of us weren't sure. Like we have a Discord, and we weren't sure if because he typed in an email and it was worded weird, so I wasn't sure if we were supposed to go to class or not that day, and I ended up not. And then we had spring break. So I haven't been there for 3 weeks, but one of those was like a sort of test where it's kind of just like footing, but I'm gonna talk to him. Hopefully, we can make that up. It's a 1 unit course.
Hmm.
I don't think he'll be too strict about things. He's really just someone who enjoys fencing and teaching fencing, and it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
Those teachers are usually the fucking best.
Yeah. I have another teacher in my so the class I was talking about that's like the teachers will start with me the seminar class. It's 2 hours 15 minutes each day twice a week. My other seminar class I missed a bit too because they're on the same day. Like all of these classes are on the same day. So,
Mm.
but he's been so chill. He really likes talking about the author Edith Wharton. That's what my class is about, and he's been just super chill about everything. And we go in and we discuss. If we miss it, it's not like big deal. We turn in our essays, and when we present, like I presented twice on our reading to end, we just send them in. And he messaged me that he didn't get my presentation stuff, and so I just sent it to him. And he's like super chill about all that, which is great.
Yeah.
I've and the rest of my teachers super chill, but I do need to turn in some stuff that has been late. But I think we'll get it. I think uh, I'm pretty confident that this is my last semester, and I just need to tell myself that if it's not, then I take one more semester, and it's not that much of a big deal. but I had to do last night my it's called exit planning for my because I took a student loan off this semester and I had to make a basically schedule my payments, understand how I contact and get a hold of like how I pay my student loan.
Mm-hmm.
It's not bad. It'll be $50 a month for I think it was 10 years. So
What's the interest like?
no interest on this one.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, no APR or anything.
You
It's
didn't
just
get
50.
fucked on that then.
No. Yeah, it's just solid, and I can do that now. So, but I don't start like I have a grace period of I think 6 months before I need to start paying payments. But besides that, yeah, school and Elden Ring. I've been binging so much Critical Role.
Yeah, you have.
Almost done with the first campaign we did. It's pretty impressive. I'm at episode 101 or 102. Each episode is an average 3 to 4 hours, with some of the episodes being even like 6 hours long. So
Fucking hell.
getting there, getting there. And the first week when we posted the last podcast, we were doing a bit of League, and that was going pretty well for a bit. I think the last time we played League wasn't the best, but I think up until that point, it was pretty fun. Where we were having not bad time. You were popping off. You've gotten 3 pentakills
Yeah.
in the past
Ever
3 weeks.
since I came back, I've apparently been better than ever. Don't understand why.
It was you had one on Jin, one on Nocturne, and there was another one, right? I don't know who the other one
Yeah,
was on.
I don't remember.
But I know that you've had 3 pentakills, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah. It's fine.
What about you, Matt? What
It's
have you
on.
been up to?
Well, since last podcast, I hyped up the 12-hour stream. Get into more of that after. Don't have many topics this week, so I gotta fill it out.
Yeah. I mean, that's how it was last time. It was just us two, so we'll get there.
Was carrying Jules through League. He's not getting any fucking LP at all. I ended on Silver 2.
Oh,
I double
what?
ranked up.
Say again?
I ended on Silver 2, so I double ranked up. Like, I hit Silver 4 and went 2 games after that and went Silver 2 immediately.
Damn. That's pretty good. You got that good MMR.
Yeah, we're winning at a consistent rate.
Yeah, I told him his account's fucked if he's getting... He said he's getting like 15... It's like 11 to 15 LP per match. I'm saying, bro,
Yep.
you're fucked. Just make a new account. That MMR is just trash. Because League has it, so like... It has what it thinks you should be in, and your LP gains are based off of that. That's why you're double ranking. Is because it's trying to correct you into probably high gold, low plat area.
Yeah. I'm gonna say this though about ranked. Anyone who fucking tells me iron is worse than silver is a moron. Because when I was playing with Jules in iron and bronze, they were at least playing the champs that are actually, relatively good right now. Not, oh, I'm gonna play this champion. It's in my name, but I'm gonna be dog shit at it. In silver. I played with an RE1 trick. Couldn't fucking play the champ to save her goddamn life. She couldn't hit an E. Someone standing still in front of her, not moving. She fucking missed it. The man didn't move for a solid 10 seconds here, and she missed it.
Man. Insane.
I can't remember who the top lane was, but it was another one trick. Oh, we played against a Teemo. That was the game I told you about when you were streaming. Jules played Darius against Teemo. Yes, Darius against Teemo, it's not bad, but you have to be able to catch him. Jules isn't proficient on Darius to be able to catch him. So he did not win that matchup.
Unfortunate.
Timo was useless that entire game though. I don't know if we
Was
won
he?
that one. Yeah, he wasn't. He didn't take his lead and fuck everyone else. He just kept fucking Jules. Shut up.
Did it work? Did it stop ringing?
No, thing answered it. It took a
Oh
minute.
yeah.
But yeah, no, been playing League with Jules. He asked me to fucking reinstall Siege. So
Did
now
you?
yeah, I got Siege installed.
Oh goodness.
So now I have Siege and Valorant installed. Fucking
We haven't
it,
played Valorant yet, but I'm
no.
at some point I'm still ready to. I just
Yeah. To be entirely honest, the only time you have is usually Friday or Saturday, and neither of us have been fucking around.
yeah.
Because my Saturday was taken up with the stream, and you were there, and I was playing Tiny Tina's. Fantastic fucking game.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
The only issue I seen with it
Oh, actually,
was what?
I was gonna say, just like since it's Tiny Tina related, since I used an Xbox controller and it's plugged in for gaming like Elden Ring, the
Yep.
Souls-like games, and some other stuff on the here. And if I ever do bring in my Xbox, it's literally on my desk too. I bought a wired controller, and it is the Tiny Tina version. So
Oh, damn, nice.
it looks really cool. Yeah, there's the D20 on it, some weapons. It's got a nice. It's around the same color as this, so it's pretty nice. But
Nice. I'm gonna actually look it up.
yeah, it will be here sometime this week.
That is fantastic. I didn't even know they
So
made a controller.
I just got an ad for it on Instagram, and I was like, "Oh, that looks cool. I wonder how much it is." And I clicked it, and I was like, "Sure, why not?"
Ow.
Because
Okay,
the
so it's
only
made by
issue,
the third party that is also licensed under Xbox, if I'm not mistaken. Actually, this fucking company makes Switch ones too.
hmm
No, the controllers aren't bad.
yeah, I'm eager to see how it feels in hand.
It's gonna be light
Yeah, that's fine.
because you won't have the batteries.
Right. That is fine.
No,
I think I might need to buy some. I don't know what they're called, but like for the joysticks, the
the
little choppers
thumbstick.
that I have.
Yeah.
And still need to buy a new set of those at some point. But yeah, were you saying that the only problem you've seen with the Tiny Tinas is gonna be the Mushroom Man? Is Mushroom Man too strong?
No, Mushroom Band is fucking broken. But no, they were having issues with the multiplayer, like with the shift codes and people just playing together. They were having issues day one. But that's server shit, and no one prepares for fucking server shit properly, and it happens. But the game itself worked flawlessly. The character creator was. What the fuck was that character creator? Because that was more than I ever expected.
It's like you had a mini and you were just sculpting your mini and then painting it whatever colors you want. It was
Exactly. I mean, it had shit colors to begin with, but they're very
I
muted.
didn't like the colors. Yeah.
But we played Lost Ark, and that was a very bare bones character creation.
Yeah, especially because they lock you into gender and race with each class.
Yeah, I like, and that's an MMO. I expect a very fleshed, like at least a decently fleshed out
hmm
character creator. Something not to the full specs, but close to Elden Ring,
Yeah, Elden Ring had a pretty intense one too.
which they usually do. They usually let you fuck with the faces, make the character fucking whatever you want. I'll tell you one thing: the character creator that is usually balls to the wall or usually WWE games. You can make everything in that shit.
There's a new one that came out too, right?
Yeah, they just released it. These recent ones are not great. They are buggy and broken as hell. But that's the charm of them. They're funny. But no, yeah. It was basically the stream. Then I streamed Thursday with Throwback Stream to League last week. Was not doing well that week. Sicker than fuck, both physically and mentally. So that stream did not go as planned. And then Friday and Saturday, I just said, fuck it. I'm gonna relax. I'm gonna try to fix what the fuck's wrong. And I tried sleeping. Casually stayed up for 26 hours. Without
Nice.
fucking trying. Just sitting there.
Too many.
Doing nothing.
Too many hours.
Yeah, that's basically what I've been doing up till now. Because last week I was just cleaning the house, getting ready for people to come back home. Making sure it was clean enough for them to put their shit here, and I guess you could say resting. Now we can talk about 12-hour stream. It went well. In my opinion, I enjoyed it. I didn't have an issue, but I also legitimately played a game I enjoyed the fuck out of. Tiny Tina's Wonderlands is fantastic. And it isn't even like, oh, you need to play Borderlands to understand it. You don't. Does it play like Borderlands? Yes. Does it have that cell shaded style of art to it? Yes. It's made by the same people who make Borderlands, but it's not Borderlands.
You got Butt Stallion.
To an extent. I mean, you always got Butt Stallion. Butt Stallion was it, but from 2 to here, well, no, it wasn't in 3. Never mind. I don't think it was. We didn't play the DLC, so I don't know. At some point. I'm gonna have to buy DLC for Tiny Tina's too. Fuck. Yeah, 12-hour stream was basically just me playing Tiny Tina's. Nothing really happened. I just sit there and enjoyed the game. I did it to make sure I could do it, and turns out I needed a chair. But other than that, I had no issue staying up. I had no issue doing it. Once I get a fucking chair that I can sit for long periods of time in without my right leg wanting to fucking stab itself to death, I might go for 24.
Yeah. I mean, you were up for 26, so 24 should be.
There's a difference. I was sitting here fucking dead to the world for those 26 hours. I wasn't trying to fucking be entertaining.
That's true.
I'm gonna attempt to get a video out of the 12-hour stream this week. If not this week, next week.
You gonna do highlights or
Get the highlights. I'm not just fucking uploading 12 hours. What the fuck you talking about? That'd be dumb.
I mean, I didn't know if you wanted to like record your playthrough through Tiny Tina's
Oh no.
and like break it up into sections.
I'm just gonna do highlights. Because no, honestly, if I decide to play through Tiny Tina's again, I could just fucking do it with a higher difficulty setting if they have it. Because I haven't beat it once yet to figure it out.
Okay. Do you think there will be another one once you go through it?
Logically speaking, if it's like Borderlands, yes. Because the first Borderlands had True Vault Hunter mode, which was you beat the campaign and it lets you redo it. Or was that DLC? Might have been DLC. Either way, it's been there since the first game. And then 2 had that in default. Then they added Ultimate Vault Hunter mode. Did they add a third one? Maybe. I don't know. Can't remember. Been a while. And then it was there in 3. We just beat the campaign and never played anymore.
Tis a true story.
Which sucks because it was fun.
Yeah. I don't think that there was any reason we didn't play anymore other than just like we didn't.
Yeah, we beat it and just moved on to other shit. We didn't do a lot of the extra tier shit in there
No.
with the boss fights that are usually in the game and whatnot.
Why does it look like I have 2 lights? You see that in my glasses? It looks like I got 2 ring lights. I only got 1. That's weird.
That's really a 12-hour stream. Nothing really happened. It was just me playing the game and enjoying it.
I enjoyed it. I was there.
Yeah. I guess let's move on to the Halo. First 2 episodes.
I liked it. There was a naked girl in episode 2.
Going through Twitter, figuring it out, it's irritating. Because everyone's sitting there like, oh, they should have done the exact fucking, like, they should have just done the games. It shouldn't have done anything else. Which, yes, I can understand an annoyance because it's not tied to the fucking full series and everything. And it's their own take on it. Guess what? Look at comics. Look at the MCU. That's not like any of the comics. People still like them. The people who didn't want that from like comics are still like, it's a different universe because you get that same shit with the comics. And look at the book lore versus the game lore. Chief in game does nothing like he does in books, so the game isn't even fully accurate. People bitching about that shit are wrong. That's really what it is. You can have your opinion if you don't like it or not, but don't sit there and say it's not. Bitch about it being non-canon. Not everything is going to be canon to the specific genre of it.
Right.
It's irritating to see an amazing franchise be bogged down by the community that's just continuously bitching. Which, to an extent, they have a reason to bitch. But when you start bitching about stupid shit, you lose that reason to bitch. Complaining about, like, for Infinite, complaining about the lack of content, the lack of... not lack of, but, the bullshit with the store and everything. How overpriced everything is. That's fine to bitch about. But then going through and then continuously speed bitching about the lack of content.
Running?
No. If it was like speed running, the bitching would be done. It's just a continuous speed bitch. But when the devs tell you that this is what's going on, this is when the content's going to be out, attempt to be out, and then everyone's still sitting there fucking going off on them like it should have been delayed. For what? Almost sneezed. Still gonna. There we go. Infinite should have been delayed till this year. End of this year. Because the 6-month window for Forage and Co-op still isn't out.
Yeah.
Season 2 still doesn't have a release date. Or Season 1? 2? I don't know. next season. Still doesn't have a release date. So I get why people are angry because they're not doing what they said they were going to do. But the hate and the speed bitching and the anger, relax. It's a game. I get that you like it, but it's not the end of the world that it doesn't fucking work.
Yeah.
You can go into that fucking game and still play it. It still functions. Campaign fully works. I never had an issue fucking playing it. I've never had an issue in multiplayer. I've had some little lag spikes, but that was back when it first fucking released. Don't have an issue now, and I've hopped in and played recently. So stop it. It still works. Yes, it's lacking, but it still fucking works. It's not like a dumpster fire. I don't even know if 2042 even works anymore.
What's that? 2042.
Battlefield. The newest Battlefield. They released that. It worked then. Apparently they fixed something and completely fucking broke it.
Don't broke what ain't fixed, Mac.
Exactly.
They broke the number one rule.
So I'm not even sure that fucking works. And then you got Call of Duty Vanguard, which is, again, is a COD game. But I don't even know if that functions the way it's supposed to. Because last time I seen it, it was just as broken as 2042. Even the fucking campaign. The campaign was legitimately, like, riddled with bugs. Some people got them, some people didn't. But that's what happens with everything. Certain hardware just doesn't get the bugs, other hardware does. And you got Xboxes, which, oh, this Xbox didn't get it, but this one did. And they're the same shit. Doesn't make sense.
It's like the Pokevirus.
What?
The Pokevirus? Pokemon virus?
Oh. Yeah. We're not even talking about the fucking Halo episodes anymore. I'm just bitching about the community.
Halo in general. You want to revert back to the actual episodes?
Yeah. I just wanted to say that the community needs to stop. The devs need to be a little bit more transparent with what's fucking going on, but the community needs to stop.
Yeah.
Stop it. Because you got the pros sitting there wanting to change something in, like, ranked league, and everyone's sitting there like, don't change it because we like that. Like, okay, they're changing it in this. They're changing it in a specific thing, not everywhere. The specific thing. You know, the thing they play.
Grenades. That was my biggest issue. So much grenades.
Oh yeah, there's a fuck ton of grenades. I don't know if that changed, but again, that comes down to the map size. If we had map sizes like fucking Valhalla or fucking Guardian even, grenades weren't an issue unless you were in the small parts of the map. These map sizes we have now are just too fucking small.
Yeah.
Because Valhalla, you had 5v5. You never had an issue with being chucked 8 grenades at you.
I think their excuse was to make it like quicker game time, right?
Guess what? Stop it. More bigger maps. But again, always play Master Chief Collection. You got everything. And it still has a good community on it too. Well, I say good as in it's still people. You have people to play with. Oh, I wouldn't say they're good. First episode of Halo. Didn't expect them to just have him take his helmet off immediately.
Right. Didn't expect there to just be people getting vaporized within the first couple minutes. That was pretty cool.
I kind of expected that, like we'd see something of like the Covenant just killing people on a different planet or something. But seeing everything that we've seen in the first episode, the elites Everyone's saying they're too big. I think it's just the armor. Because if you watch the second episode, there's one with its helmet off. And it's a normal sized elite head. So that actually makes sense.
It does.
Because elites are supposed to be just like Spartans.
I think around John's size. He's a little bit.
No, elite's supposed to be bigger than Chief. But I was talking like massive fucking tanks that they can withstand
Oh yeah.
shit.
Gotcha.
And the lore is closer to the fucking books than the games. Because you're actually seeing Spartans go toe to toe with the elites without any fucking problems. Because what? We seen Chief take on two of them in melee?
Yeah.
And walk out without any fucking problems? But no. The guns. Let me clarify. The Spartan weapons look normal. The
UNSC.
UNSC weapons look like they're supposed to. The refugee weapons, I guess you would call them.
The
Fucking
AKs?
A, my nose is fucking up. You got an AK. Second episode, the Nazi-like guy, had a fucking Glock. Just a Glock. Which, I'm gonna be honest, they could have changed how the guns looked. They could have changed how they looked, even remotely a little bit, and it would have been just fine.
But they just went with the props they had.
Hey, I'm not gonna complain too much because the amount of fucking shit that I could complain about with the series, just like everyone else is complaining about, I don't care. I enjoyed it. It's a different take on Halo. Seeing the same after same after same is gonna get fucking stale. And if everyone's gonna sit there and fucking just want that, it's over there. Technically, it's behind me, behind my Funyuns, but it's right there. You can go play Reach all the way to fucking 5. Nothing's stopping you. You can play everything on one fucking thing. That's Master Chief Collection. Nothing's stopping you. They're all there to play. The books are all there to read. If you want the original fucking story, it's there.
Mm-hmm.
This was never publicized as game-specific lore. This was never publicized as book-specific lore. This was publicized as non-canon. If it's got it's gonna have tie-ins because it's obviously, but it's gonna have its own fucking writing, have its own fucking shit, have its own lore and everything tied to it. And yes, this chief is not like Game Chief. But we don't know what the fuck when he grabbed the fucking triangle, that 3D printed triangle. I'm pretty sure it's 3D printed. In that second episode, you gotta, yeah, that Forerunner relic. That second episode, you could see like the the machine prints from the 3D printer on it. Or it could have just been fucky with the episode. But we don't know what that did to him. We don't know what it did to fuck with his brain. We don't know what it did to fuck with him in general. And we all know Chief is different than every other Spartan. He's not the same. He's not the same as any fucking Spartan. He's got that factor. You know, the plot armor.
Bad luck. That's what they call it in the game, but yeah, plot armor.
Yeah, the luck. Because it's 100% luck. Not plot armor, it's luck.
Luck. I was ready to see Silver Team commit Order 66 or execute Order 66.
Oh, that would have
It
been
was,
fucking Order 66. That would have just been fucking an apocalypse.
I was so
Because they
ready
would have
for it.
killed everybody. It, uh, that would have been the fucking turn of the century. I didn't expect it. Legitimately. Didn't expect them to be like, oh, Halsey just say, if anyone threatens Chief, end them. I expected her to fight to get Chief not fucking, shot, but not be like, you're his team, protect that man with violence. You know what I mean?
You're safe now.
Exactly. That that fucking goddamn commercial for Infinite still one of the better ones. Right off the
They knew what
cliff.
they were doing when they cut it there.
Oh, 100%. But yeah, no, that threw me for a little bit. But then Chief touched the fucking thing and it turned the goddamn shit back on and it's just fine. We didn't get to see any manslaughter. And it technically would have been genocide, but then episode 2, we see Soren, right? It was Soren?
Yeah, Soren.
Man with the fucked up hand.
He got that claw.
I wouldn't call it a claw. It would have been a claw if it still had more of a thumb. Would have had that crab claw.
Yeah.
Mr. Pinchy. But the place where Soren's at gave Destiny vibes. Gave Tangle Short vibes. But it's Bungie. Bungie and Halo. Doesn't matter how much they walk away, they still made Space Marines.
Not Warhammer, but UNSC Space Marines.
Exactly. They walk away from Halo to make Destiny, which is a different Halo.
Yeah.
Instead of a ring, it's a ball.
One ball.
But no, the first 2 episodes, in my honest opinion, I enjoyed.
Me too.
Again, the only gripes I have with it are the fact that they have weaponry from now, and it's 500 years in the future. They had a fucking Chevy Tahoe. They had an early 2000s Chevy Tahoe. Just sitting there. There's zero fucking chance in hell that would last till then. Those things are not bulletproof. Those things break very simply. Fuck, the transmission alone will blow within the first 100,000 miles. They're not bulletproof. Any vehicle we have now wouldn't fucking last 500 years. Even if you babied the bitch. I mean, it's like a time capsule thing, fine. But with how they had it, it looked like they were driving it.
Yeah.
Which, no. Hell no. But every other vehicle looked like the fucking Reach trucks.
The forklifts.
Yeah, they had the fucking forklift. It was close to a Reach forklift. The trucks that had the fucking Gatling guns on it, which looked like Halo Gatling guns.
The flatbeds.
Yeah, the flatbeds looked like Reach trucks. But then it just fucking Tahoe. We seen the trucks, and then it went through the fight scene, and then we just see the Tahoe just sticking out. It legitimately, if you can't see it, you're not paying attention enough.
Yeah.
But no, those are my only gripes. Is just the fact that okay, that guy has an AK. I mean, maybe it'll last 500 years, but I don't think it will. But that Tahoe, I know won't. I don't care what you put in that bitch. That body
Diesel.
ain't lasting.
Ethanol.
Oh no, I'm talking the frame and the body. That ain't gonna make it fucking 500 years.
Oh man.
Especially since they're the refugees and they're using their vehicles.
What's the point in paying off my car if I can't use it 500 years in the future, man?
Dude, if we're 500 years, if we live for 500 years, please figure out a way to kill us.
Oh boy.
I don't want to last 100.
500.
Yeah, no, those are my only issues with the fucking series. Is just like the little bit of inaccuracies that just don't make sense. I want to know why the Tahoe. Like, I want to know specifically why a Tahoe.
Probably just like sponsorships, right?
Maybe. But they could have had Chevy design like some type of Halo vehicle, not just like Tahoe. And it wasn't even a new one. Fucking damn it. Moving on to Game Pass.
Okay.
PlayStation Game
Not
Pass to
touching the
be more
naked girl.
exact. What's up?
I said we're not touching the naked girl.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, you can. I forgot about
She
it.
was naked.
I was. That's all. That's all you can say.
I was happy.
She has a square ass.
But naked girl.
Yeah. Didn't expect it. PlayStation Game Pass, which isn't what they're calling it, but it's PlayStation Plus and PlayStation Now come together, and they have a bunch of options.
3 flexible options, actually.
Yes, they have PlayStation Plus Essential, provides the same benefits that PlayStation Plus members are getting today, such as 2 monthly downloadable games, which is what Gold does, which is exactly what Gold does, exclusive discounts, which is what Gold does, cloud storage for saved games, which you have to pay for on PlayStation, but Xbox has had those since 360 that you didn't have to pay for. But no one's bitching about that. Online multiplayer access, which everyone does that now, except PC. Unless you're fucking playing WoW and then you're fucked. But that cost $10 a month, $25 a month, $60 a year, which pricing is normal. That's exactly what the fuck you pay for Xbox Live Gold currently. PlayStation Plus Extra provides all benefits from the Essential, adds a catalog.
How much is the Essential?
I just said that.
How much is it?
$10 monthly.
Okay.
$25 quarterly, so 3 months. $60 a year.
No, is it 3 or 4?
Well, it says quarterly, and usually when you look at the cards, it says 3 months.
Okay.
But it could be 4 months. Because it says quarterly here, so they could have changed it to 4 months.
Sure, one of those two. Probably 3.
It's most likely 3 because that's what it used. That's what Xbox used to be, which might still be. And whenever I've seen the PlayStation ones, that's what it was. But you get the Plus Extra, which you get all Essential, and it adds a catalog of 400 of the most enjoyable PS4 and PS5 games, including blockbuster hits from our PlayStation Studios catalog and third-party partners. Games in the extra tier are downloadable for play. That's basically what Game Pass Ultimate. No, that's what Game Pass is. That's what regular Game Pass is. Which is the Plus Extra is $15 monthly, $40 quarterly, and $100 a year. Now you got the Premium, which gets everything underneath it, adds up to $340 additional games, including PS3 games via the cloud streaming, a catalog of classic games, both available in both streaming and download options from the original PlayStation, PS2, and PSP generations. I'll come back to
Wow.
that. Offers cloud streaming access for original PlayStation, PS2, PSP, and PS4 games, offering the extra and premium tiers in markets where PlayStation Now is currently available. Customers can stream games using PS4 and PS5 consoles and PC.
So with this one, you're getting access to a total of 740 games.
There's an asterisk next to both of those.
Oh wow.
Time limited game trials will also be offered in this tier, so customers can try select games before they buy. This is $18 monthly, $50 quarterly, $120 yearly. Now, we're going to go down this rabbit hole of pissing the PlayStation community off. Because everyone sat there and speed bitched about Game Pass isn't worth it because it's only older games. We're getting brand new releases day one when we have Game Pass. Either the $10 one or the $15 one, which is Game Pass or Ultimate. But now, everyone's going to praise PlayStation, because I've already fucking seen it, that they're releasing the older PlayStation games available. You don't get to bitch about, oh, that's all Game Pass is. That's all this is going to be, because you ain't getting the new games. You ain't getting day one access to any of the new shit.
Nope. PlayStation does not roll that way.
And you're also paying more monthly. I think you're paying more quarterly, too.
Just more overall.
No, they're paying less yearly.
Oh.
It's $160 a year for Ultimate, I think.
Oh, interesting.
Yep. I want to actually spell properly. I will look it up so I'm not just calling them shit without having proper proof. Let me see in store. I want to just spend $10 right now when I don't fucking need to. Manage. Why do I gotta go through fucking 8 tabs to do this?
Because it can't be simple. Can't be easy.
What are you doing?
Air canister.
Sounded like you were scraping shit.
Just spread it down.
But, manage. Oh, okay.
Okay.
This didn't do what I wanted. Just tell me the price. You fucks.
No, you have to guess.
It's not telling me the price for you. No, I don't want to continue. Stop it. Okay, no, that's just... It's not telling me the yearly price. God damn it, Xbox. I'll go back too far. Gotta go to a different site to look it up. Yeah, cool. I wanted to see a list of games. That's not what I came here for. I want to see a price.
Price, baby.
Why? Thank you. Compare the play. That's not... Almost what I wanted. It was almost what I wanted. It says, compare the plans. And it shows me the fucking monthly price. Doesn't show me, like, fucking yearly and shit. What the fuck is... Well, let's just do the.
Quick Google search. It
Yeah.
looks like it's, I don't know. G2A says $189, but I don't think that's right.
Game Pass Ultimate typically costs $14.99 per month, $44.99 for 3 months, and $194 annually. So it's $200 now.
Okay, so yeah, that was G2A is cheaper. Good to know.
By like $5.
Something like that.
Well, mine right here says 189. But yeah,
Interesting.
that it's cheaper, but it's doing less. So it makes sense for it to be cheaper. I'm glad that you can use it on PC. I am not 100% glad that you have to use a PS4 controller because I don't own that. But I am glad that you can use it. Like, you can get this and actually use it for PC.
Mm-hmm.
The premium. So you have to pay the $18 or
Or
120 a
the
year
yearly. Or the
quarterly. You got to pay one of them. People aren't going to buy the quarterly though. It's either going to pay the month to try a game out or pay the year because they actually want to play the games.
yeah.
I don't know.
Probably.
I don't know many people that actually going to buy quarterly. But no, my biggest gripe with this is that the PlayStation community is going to sit there and be like, "We're getting all the old games. Sick." But you're going to sit there and tell everyone that Game Pass is shit because they are playing old games? Are you fucking kidding me? If you're going to bitch about one, bitch about the other.
That's how the fanboys be, right?
You bunch of jackasses. I'm happy they did this, though. They needed to do this.
Yeah.
Everyone's sitting there saying, oh, well, fucking Sony can't fucking do what Xbox is doing because they can't pay for it. I can tell you right now that with the amount of money they're bringing in, they can set off a fucking chunk and actually goddamn do almost the exact same thing Xbox is doing. No, they don't make anywhere near the money that Microsoft does. But they still make a fuck ton. As in, it's Sony. They make a fuck ton of electronics. They make the PlayStation. And a bunch of other shit. It's not like in movies. It's not like Sony doesn't have their fucking hands in almost everything out there. Just like Microsoft. But no. This
the cookie jar.
To say it again, this is cool. I'm glad this is the thing. I'm fucking fantastic. I'm fucking fantastic. Thanks, Brain. Those are the words in the order.
I'm happy to hear you're fantastic.
Fucking idiot. I'm glad that I can cloud stream some original PlayStation, PS2, PSP games, and PS4 on the PC.
If you get a controller.
Yeah, if I go fucking buy a controller.
You're happy to have the option.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic to have that option. Because I'm not going to sit here and say PlayStation has no fucking games. I'm not going to sit here and PlayStation has never had any fucking games. You got the original Crash Bandicoot series. Yes, I could just buy the new version. But if they have a bunch of the other ones that haven't been remade, you know, the ones that are worse, I could play those too. Or just play some ones that aren't ever going to get a fucking remake. Like, there's a bunch of games that will never get remade. And this, I'm glad they're doing this so you have an option to play those games. hell, at this point, this is the best option to play fucking San Andreas, Vice City, or GTA 3. Because the fucking remake that Rockstar did was broken as shit. I watched a streamer soft lock that fucking game 8 fucking times within an hour. Which, if you don't know what soft locking is, you basically lock yourself out of continuing the story, and you have to restart the game. Not from point one, but just like save and quit and come back in. So this is a fantastic thing. Just like Game Pass. This is not an ad for either of those. I wish it was.
It's an ad to go subscribe to the Pixel Hunters Twitch TV.
Or YouTube. Go follow us on everything.
Well, I said subscribe, but
And subscribe, follow, they're both the same.
become a fan on YouTube. So isn't that what they are?
No. Subscribers.
There's one that you can pay for.
It's a member. I don't have that yet because I don't have the subs.
Gotcha.
I think I have to hit the 1,000 subs and certain watch hours to get monetization. But no, the PlayStation Plus Game Pass thing, whatever the fuck they're calling it, I like it. Will I pay for it currently? No. I don't got
Don't
it.
have a controller, you can't play it.
Exactly. But it's fantastic that it's there. Well, how knowledgeable are you on controllers? Just a little bit.
I got this one right here. I can tell you I've played at least 2 different types of Xbox controllers. And I've used the Joy-Cons before. I've held a Wii controller in my hand. I got the nunchuck and the Wii stick. I played with the PlayStation controller and the PlayStation 2 and that's it. That's the extent of the controllers that I know.
Okay. So you wouldn't,
I think Nintendo had one that had 3 handles, right?
yeah, that's the N64. If you go to the
Weird.
link,
How does that even work?
it. Well, one side had a D-pad because some games didn't use the joystick or thumbstick. But the thumbstick helped for them moving into the 3D plane. No, this segment would be the best controller. And with Jarred's extensive knowledge, he'll know the exact best one.
Ah, this one right here, because I have this one. That's what my
Exactly.
answer is.
Exactly. I mean, in all honesty, going like looking at from the 360 to the one, it's the exact same controller, just with improvements on top of it.
Yeah.
And it's really the same thing from the PlayStation 1 to the fucking 5. They didn't change it. Like, it's had some attachments thrown on top of it, but it's not really changed.
Yeah, I guess the shape. Like, it just kind of went up.
Yeah, because you got the thumbstick, same spot. X fucking.
I don't know, the Dual Sense one kind of a different. This, instead of like, I don't know, it looks more square than the other ones.
Yeah, it is a little boomerang-ish. But,
PlayStation Move, what is that?
you don't remember when the Wii came out and it fucking blew up because of how fucking stupid it was?
Dude, I forgot about the Wii Wheel.
You didn't remember the Wii Wheel?
I forgot about the Wii Wheel.
It's terrible. Driving on the Wii with that fucking thing was horrendous.
I like the Joy Cons.
They're not bad. It's just fucking drift on them or ass. You
No,
get
I
ones
mean
with
just like
drift,
as a
it's bad.
controller design.
Oh, they're too small. That's my only gripe.
Got big hands. What's it? Oh yeah.
Garbage.
Okay.
It was that console that got made a long fucking time ago. Like it was in between. It was 2013. Damn, I thought it was sooner. But it was made for mobile games. It was made for you to be able to play mobile games on your TV.
Interesting.
They didn't get the backing they needed for it to survive. And a lot of the fucking, if I'm not mistaken, a good number of the consoles shipped broken.
I'm gonna go with Xbox One controller. Final answer.
I haven't even gone through them yet. Stop it. I'm gonna be honest. It starts off with the Odyssey Magnavox. Did never use it. Haven't used the Pong console. Used an Atari 2600. It's just a joystick. It's a joystick and a button. But you move down the list into the Game & Watch. Never used one, but I understand how it works.
He's in Smash Bros.
Yes. But you have the Famicom, which is basically the NES. It's just the Japanese version. It's a good basic controller. You want to play a side scroller? That's usually like the best controller you can do. It's small. It's child size, but it's a good controller. Never used a Master System, but looking at it, it looks like it's trying to do what a thumbstick could do with the D-pad. Then you got the Atari 7800, the Pro Line joystick. Never used that. Fucking hell. The TurboGrafx 16. All these controllers look the same.
They really do.
Because you go with the TurboGrafx 16, the NES, and the Master System. They're all square with two buttons, two start buttons, like the start and select button and a D-pad. Rectangle, not square. But they're the exact same. You got the NES Advantage, which is the fight stick? Would that be considered a fight stick? I don't know. I have used it. The joystick is iffy. The buttons felt good. The NES Max, never used it. The Genesis controller. I have used the 6-button more than the 3-button. Good controller, though. Buttons feel good. Hand size felt fine back when I was a kid. It was great. Never used the 64 GS from the Commodore or the Neo Geo. The SNES controller. It's legitimately just an NES controller with fucking bumpers. Fantastic. You're so into this.
I don't know any of these controllers, dude. I
I
can
know.
talk to you about Xbox and PlayStation.
We're getting there. You got the Atari Jaguar. You ever wanted a number pad and controller, Jode?
No.
Buy a Jaguar then.
I said no.
Buy it.
No.
The Amiga CD32.
Among
Fucking
Us?
no Amiga.
Um,
No. Stop it.
Among Us.
CDI looks like a fucking boomerang. You got the Amiga 32, which looks like it's trying to be a steering wheel. The Panasonic 3DO. I've seen it.
You have?
It looks like a fucking I've like the console itself and everything. I've never used it. It just looks like a Genesis controller. Then the 6-button controller. I'd rather have a 6-button than a 3-button Genesis controller. Fantastic. Extra buttons, extra shit. Neo Geo. You take that and that fucking Super Nintendo controller. Different shape, same thing. Saturn controller. It's getting more of that controller shape we like with the Genesis buttons. Now the original PlayStation. No thumbsticks, no rumble. Just a PlayStation controller.
Never used that one. Used the one with thumbsticks.
I didn't like it.
DualShock.
What is that one?
Namco.
Namco. It's too fucking small. I can't read it. But it's a PlayStation controller. That's more designed like a fucking NES controller.
This for Sonic.
Sonic wasn't on PlayStation.
Oh.
It was on Genesis. It was a Sega game. The Virtual Boy, Jared.
Don't know what that is.
It was VR back in the day.
They had VR back in the day?
Search up Virtual Boy.
Okay.
You got the Pippin. The Apple/Bondi controller. It's a fucking half moon.
Dude, this thing looks scary.
Virtual Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you set that on the table. You look into it to play the games. You want to know what color the games are?
Black and white.
No, it's red. Everything's red. Everything's just different shades of red.
Does not sound like a fun time for your eyes.
Not. Anyone that's used it has fucking said it's not great. The Sega Saturn 3D pad. You wanted a dinner plate as a controller? There you go.
No.
Well, that's the only controller you can ever use from now on. The dinner plate.
Why? Can I use my mouse and keyboard instead?
No. You gotta type with that too. You gotta type
Oh,
with the fucking number pad on the Jaguar. That's your new mouse and keyboard.
No.
The N64 controller. You know, a normal controller with a penis.
Mm-hmm.
It's not a bad feeling controller, but you gotta get used to how they want you to use it. I would honestly say that's up there as one of the better controllers. Everything we've honestly set up till now, besides the NES and Super Nintendo controller, have been on the low end. Because either I never used them or they didn't have a good feel. And the Genesis 6-button. That's top tier as well. The DualShock. The original DualShock with the PlayStation 1. Which, by the way, also works on PS2. Because it's the same fucking controller. Also, the PlayStation 2 ones work on the PlayStation 1 as well, by the way.
Nice.
Game knowledge. Good controller. In all honesty, I could pick up one of those and fucking use it flawlessly today. It's got a good fucking feel to it. Hand size is great. Fantastic. Once those thumbsticks break, though, or decide just to get something in them that just doesn't let it move right, you're fucked. Better learn how to clean. The Sega Dreamcast controller. Sega was off the fucking wall with their designs. You seen this? Pay attention?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You see the screen?
Yeah.
That's where you can put the memory card. Want to know a cool thing about the Dreamcast memory card?
Sure.
It was also a fucking mini console.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like a little Game Boy. Except you could only play like a few certain games. You
Seems
would
so
save the
small.
game. Yeah, you would save the game from the on Dreamcast, and I think Sonic Adventure had a Chow thing you could play on it. I don't remember perfectly because I never owned a Dreamcast. There's one of the consoles I have never owned. I've played on them. My cousin had it, but I do not. Sucks. Good console, way ahead of its time because the Dreamcast you could actually go online with.
They had internet back then?
In '98, yes. It wasn't great, but they had it. PlayStation 2. Same thing as the PlayStation 1 DualShock. Just some small improvement. What the fuck is this new one?
It's a boomerang.
It, if that's the fucking design of the controller, I feel like I'm gonna stab my hands.
You don't use your hands.
Oh, I use my penis, got it.
Mm-hmm.
I'd still feel like I'm gonna stab my dick.
That's the point.
Stop it. The original Xbox controller.
The Duke. The Duke.
It doesn't have the S on here. Because they made a smaller version with that's the S, which is basically the 360 controller, which understandably isn't on here, but it makes sense to be on here. The Duke. I mean, if you had big hands, it was great. We had small hands as a child. It wasn't fantastic. You couldn't reach all the buttons.
Definitely awkward.
But that is what started off the Xbox controllers. So it's not bad. It's really not that bad. I'm gonna have to put pictures of stop it.
This is still my answer for which one I think is the best.
Well, you got mine coming up next, the GameCube controller.
That's your personal favorite?
Yeah. The thumbstick, loved it. The
Wasn't
buttons
there
all
three?
had there's two. You got the
I
left
know
one and then
there's
the
this one,
C
and I
stick.
thought one of the other ones was like a
Nope.
thumbstick too somewhere. Okay.
Nope. You just had the one on the left, right above the D-pad, and then you had the C stick. All the buttons had good feel. The triggers are clicky as motherfucking hell. But Nintendo did the fantastic thing and released the Wavebird, which was the wireless GameCube controller. Which hands down, best controller I've ever fucking used. It's great. It's fucking fantastic. A good second are the Xbox 360 to Xbox One controllers. And then third would be PlayStation controllers.
Which one?
At least up to 3. Because I've never, I don't have the feel for the PS. I haven't used the 4 or 5 yet. So,
Yeah,
one, like the DualShock 2 and PlayStation 3, those three, I would say, are in third.
Uh,
But 360, flawless fucking controller. I never had any issues with stick drift on it. Only issue I've ever had with one of them controllers is one of the buttons wearing out, which when you throw it as an idiot kid, you break some shit. Which that could have been me fucking which the button where could have been me just using it too much, or I threw it and bounced it off the wall and I broke something. So I had to press a little harder. Then you got innovation from Nintendo again. What's up?
I said just a little harder.
Yeah. Then you got innovation from Nintendo again with the Wii. It's not terrible. What are you doing?
Reading.
Stop it. Be present.
I'm reading the controller stuff.
Oh, are you? Okay. I'll trust you on this one. This time. But no, the Wii controller, it fucking, it's Nintendo innovation at its finest. You got a fucking built-in speaker in it. You got the motion sensing in it. It was revolutionary when they released it. PlayStation 3 controller. Same thing as the PS2 and the DualShock. Same shit.
Do any of the other controllers have speakers in them? I don't think they do, right?
Maybe the PlayStation 4 controller. Because it's got little vents there, so that might be either be a microphone or a speaker.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
The classic controller, the Wii classic controller, is supposed to be like the NES and shit. It's not terrible. It's not good. The Wii Balance Port. Fuck off.
I'm sad that the nunchuck wasn't part of that picture.
I mean, you got anything to say about it?
The what? The Wii Balance Board?
No, the nunchuck.
You know, there are a good many times where either the nunchuck or the other Wii part had hit the TV, and there you had the little strap on for it.
You're the reason those straps are
playing
needed.
like this. It was interesting though. You know, I mean, like,
Yeah, no, it was.
I think
Like I said, it
like,
was
there's two
revolutionary.
buttons here, and
Yeah,
your
you had.
stick, and your whoosh, 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 whoosh. It was kind of cool.
Yeah, like I said, it was a revolutionary thing. The Kinect. Microsoft swing and a miss for motion controls. That thing,
Xbox turn off.
exactly. That thing did not work when you needed it to. PlayStation Move. PlayStation's stolen idea.
From who?
Oh, Nintendo, of course.
Oh.
They worked. I can't fault them because they did do their job. They did exactly what the fucking Wii controller did. They worked. The Wii U gamepad. Still haven't owned a Wii U. Everyone I've talked to, that controller is fucking fantastic. That console apparently was a fucking sleeper console. It had a bunch of good shit on it, just no one bought it because they thought, oh, it's just a Wii. Okay, I don't need to buy a new console. Wait, that's just a shit naming scheme then. That one's on Nintendo. Almost killed him, by the way. They actually almost went bankrupt because of the Wii U sold so poorly.
Oof.
Then the Pro controller. It looks, from what I see, it looks like just a smaller version of the gamepad. So probably not bad. Never used it. Eh. The Xbox One controller.
That's my favorite.
Well, there's been 3 iterations. You got the original, which, not the one I currently have in my hand, but doesn't have the full color right here.
Yeah.
This is the second iteration. And then you got the third one, which is kind of built like the Elite that has the share button on it.
Yeah, I have the third one.
The Ouya.
Maybe. Actually, I don't know. I think I have the second one. I don't have that middle button.
Okay.
My dad has the Wii controller. It's kind of cool. It's just I like the Xbox One controller better. It feels more natural in my hand. Sometimes the bumpers
Jared,
stick a bit.
it's the same controller.
There's the
I know it has little fucking paddles on the back, but it's the same controller. It's the same controller with add-on.
no, but like it makes your hand so instead of gripping it like this, you grip it like this because they're on something else, so it feels different.
I'm pretty sure you can take those off.
You can,
Take
but
them off.
I mean,
Jared.
why would I use it then instead of just using the Xbox One controller?
Well, my whole thing here is like, I like this one better than this one. It's the same fucking controller with extra add-on. No point.
That's right. I don't need the add-ons.
I'm gonna slap you. Fucking Ouya controller. Trash.
Oh yeah.
Just because the fucking, like, the console and shit with garbage. Haven't used DualShock 4, the DualShock 4 controller. Can't really expect it to be too much different from the other ones. Probably isn't. It's got that little fucking screen on the front that I think is a touchscreen. I think. So it'd probably fucking be sitting right next to the other controllers. The Elite controller, the only gripes I've ever heard with an Elite controller is that you can't change the battery. Like the rechargeable battery. Other than that, I've heard no issues with those controllers whatsoever. The Joy-Cons. Some, like, the almost most controversial Nintendo controller ever made.
It's just like the Wii and the nunchuck. You just have them in your hands like this. But
Yeah, but I think the controversial issue is the size and the stick drift they had. That plagues the Joy-Cons. The Switch Pro controller, though, I've heard amazing things about. I've heard the battery life on them is fucking fantastic. And I've heard they feel great. And then the DualSense. This has been a boring ass segment, I'm sorry. Because Jared doesn't know any of these, and I'm giving very vague shit about it. But the DualSense doesn't look like a good controller to me. Just the look of it isn't great. That's all I gotta say about it. I don't like the look of it.
I think it's like the color scheme is the only thing that makes it look different from the other stuff. I mean, like it's in the same placement of the buttons and everything.
No, it's same placement, but the actual like grips on the bottom are different. Like they actually change the size and partial placement of it. Everyone says it looks like a boomerang. For some reason, in this photo we have, it does not fully look like that. If you look up a photo of a PlayStation 5 controller. But images. Well, no, that's close. That's close to what it actually looks like. Yeah, I just don't like it. Because even the black one, which looks more like a PlayStation controller, I don't like the look of it. Maybe it's the fucking screen they have in the center of it. But it ain't me. But I can't imagine the actual feel of it being any worse than uh, the PlayStation 4, 3, 2, or 1. Because they're all the fucking same controller. The game feel should be around the fucking same.
Mm-hmm.
But the two best controllers by our standards is the Xbox One, any of the generations because they're all the fucking same, and the GameCube.
Basically.
Specifically Wavebird. I like the original GameCube, but having the functionality of just I can throw it out my window and it's still connected to the goddamn game is fantastic.
Just yeah, eat.
Then I can walk outside, go get it, and just look through the window and continue playing. And throw it back inside when I'm fucking pissed off.
And break
Ah,
your.
it'll bounce off the wall.
Okay.
Well, I guess those would be our two favorite controllers. I was hoping we had more people on the podcast to do this. Like your dad might have more of an opinion on the older ones. Melvin, I don't know if he had older consoles or not.
Probably not. Melvin's younger than me.
His family could have had them. I mean, I grew up and my dad had everything. Almost. That, I think, I think we can call it there.
Alrighty.
That fucking went on too long. You. Before I do end it, you have anything that you want to talk about on your
Nah,
mind?
nothing.
Nothing tickling the scrotum?
No, I've got nothing for coming up.
Okay.
Seen any games? Any game news?
Yeah, I
Seen
haven't
anything
actually
yet.
seen much game news recently. Huh. Weird. Okay. Thank you for dining with us tonight as we discuss what's on our minds. I was your host, Mac. He was your co-host, Jared.
Bye.
What are you holding?
Legends of Arceus.
Oh, okay. Have a nice night.
You too, man.
I won't.